So we've just discovered the key ingredient to being successful in property. Yeah, do you want to share it with everyone?
These shoes.
You must wear this type of shoes. Now, you're just sitting here talking with the newest member of the team.
Yeah.
So let's get her point of view on what being a successful entrepreneur is all about. So, what does it take to be a successful entrepreneur? Is your name Sienna Rose? So why does your bag say Sienna Rose? Have your batteries run out?
No.
Who's that? Who is it?
George.
Come on, Santa's watching.
Say George. Yeah, so a landlord called that received our letters in Bridgeford.
Yep.
A nice man named Tony.
Yep.
He said 6 properties, I think.
He's got 6 properties?
Yeah. This one in Bridgeford is a 6-bed.
Yep.
He said his actual words were boutique style.
Ooh.
I think he spent a lot of money on it. It's just been done up.
Yep.
I asked him why he'd called us, and he basically said he wants hands off, guaranteed rent, he wants to travel, so.
Oh, so you see what Ray done there? She found the landlord's pain point. She got that pain point from the first conversation that she had with him, and she crunched down on it, and that is what we work with in our negotiations. So when we view the property and put an offer into him, we say to him, look, we can make this totally hands off for you because that's what you want. So that's the secret right there to getting viewings and to getting offers accepted.
Also, he said that he's got a 1-bed apartment.
Yeah.
And asked us about that, but I said that we work with HMOs.
Yeah.
So he said he's going to send me some pictures over email first, because I really think he wants a rough price, what we can give him for the rent, and then he's going to book a viewing.
Ooh. Yeah?
Yeah.
So a top tip here is when we tell the landlords what we can give them to view their property, they always ask for, they say, oh, what can you give us for a 6-bed? But that's really hard because we've got to see the size of the rooms, condition of the property, and the location. So what we say is a ballpark figure. We make it really low and make it really high. So when we put the offer in, they're not surprised when it's quite low, or they're not expecting something really high. And that's what we found has worked really well when putting offers forward. Is that a pretzel they're holding up? It's not. Is it real? Do you remember? Wow, that's rare. That's a shiny, that one.
Just whilst I'm looking at them massive weeds, have you sorted a gardener?
What, for this?
Yeah.
Do you want the truth, or?
Just say you've done it and do it.
Oh, I've done it.
Okay.
What more?
What weed?
Look at that weed.
What weeds?
That's a tree.
That's a tree. Literally.
That's a valuable plant.
The whole garden and the back needs doing.
Yeah, we need to get some. Oh, wow.
Have a look on Gumtree.
Wait, the jumper's got all fluff on my
I know, you shouldn't put that one on.
It's a dinosaur. Good job.
That's a dinosaur, yeah? I see it now.
Obviously it's a dinosaur.
Yeah, of
It
course.
doesn't have a tail.
I don't know how I got that one wrong. That looks really like a dinosaur.
Because everyone's in and just the stragglers are showing up. And someone showed up and it's like, oh Mark, I thought you'd be taller.
You get that all the time.
Yeah.
Especially people see you on the mastermind.
It's
they only
good
see
camera.
that.
Yeah.
It's good camera skills when you make the first thing. And by the way, I like those curtains across the road. You should get some of them.
Yeah, Justin tried saying we should get nets up at these windows. I said, not a chance.
No, we need to get
Hey, look at
that.
the curtains behind in it. Is it like a blanket or something?
Yeah, to be fair, this really looks really run down. It's actually so many studios on here, though.
That's why it looks run down.
Let's buy all of it. Let's just buy that whole section there.
I won't mind that. By the street.
Turn it into a strip club.
Brothel.
Casino.
The landlord that I spoke to on the phone earlier has sent me some pictures of all of his rooms in his property.
This is the one with 6 properties, right?
Yeah, and this is he's told me where it is. This is the first image.
So this has come directly from him.
Yeah, so good morning, it was nice to speak to you. I'll send you a few photos of the property. Each room is still in very good condition. When tenant moves out, the property is deep cleaned.
So what's his problem?
He said he wants to go away and travel, and he self-manages.
Oh, he's self-managing.
Yeah, so that's good. I don't know why it's taking so long.
Moulton Road, we've actually got one. We've got 2 around the corner from there. I think that's right next to North and South.
Yeah, it's near
So
that.
you still want to do the same type of deal though? Say, hey, we'll give you want to just go away, keep receiving your passive income, so you're going to receive this fixed rent, and then you can go and do whatever.
Yeah, he said, because on the phone, oh, that's lovely.
Huge.
Yeah.
And where are these?
This is West Bridgeford in Nottingham. Again, take ages to load. Yeah, we said on the phone, I said we pay for the gas safety.
Has he sent one
email for every
one
picture.
email?
Room 1. And then the next one's room 2. How many rooms is there? I think he's 6.
But hey, look, guys, you know, some of you might be looking out there thinking, you know, where is my opportunity? When's stuff going to start going right for me? You know, when am I going to create success? How do I create success? But like, all this is what?
Nice.
Someone's replied to your letter.
Yeah, he received the letter this morning. He said it came through the post and he gave me a call straight away.
Yeah, so it came through the post, he's opened the letter and he's called the number straight away. Yeah, so like, how many letters have you been sending?
Well, we've just started a new letter campaign. Last Friday we sent out 400 letters, and from them letters we've had 3 landlords ring yesterday, this one today, and they only landed yesterday and today. So they're just receiving them, we've already had 4 leads. So that's the thing, like you only need one landlord with say 6 properties like this one, which cash flow £1,000 a month, and that's getting you and your partner out of a job, out of work.
Yeah, so because depending on where anyone is in their journey watching this video, they might be like, oh, what, you send letters? Or people are like, yeah, I know how to send the letters. But you know, to have the success, it's not about just doing the actions that you think it's going to take to get someone to contact you or take a property off them. It's like, once that opportunity presents itself, how do you capitalize on that?
Yeah, I think it's when they ring you, the phone call, you need to get a viewing or you need to get them to do something so you stay in communication. So yesterday, a woman said, oh, I can't book a viewing now because I need to speak to the letting agent, blah, blah. And I said, well, let's just book it in for this date. You speak to the letting agent. If you can't do it for whatever reason, then ring me back and we'll rearrange. Otherwise, they might say, yeah, we'll book and view. You don't hear from them again.
Yeah. So getting that phone call is just one small part of it, because then when you're on the phone, you've got to come across in the best light possible. And I'll be honest, I've had some phone calls. I used to take the phone calls, and maybe I didn't say the right things at the start of our journey, and we must have lost out on so many deals from that, because when they rang me, I didn't get the viewing, and then I just feel like that's just a wasted opportunity. But now we've really knuckled down on what we say to them, and we come across in the best way possible, and we just need to get in there for that viewing.
Yeah.
It's got to be on the natural. Was this here before? Or?
Yeah.
I put this one up yesterday with my own fine hands.
Oh, what? So you wanted to buy?
Oh my god, it don't even open. Oh no, it is.
Made a cake.
Yeah, where's the lock? So yeah, that's the thing. That's why we don't really put furniture up ourselves. We got a painter to do it. It did let us down, so we've had to do it. And because Ray's done it, it's a bit stiff. It's not going to open right. We're
So
get
did you put those things on yourself?
Yeah, I did it all myself.
Is it IKEA as well?
Yeah.
IKEA special.
Look at that top quality. But only the best for our tenants. That looks wrong though, if I'm honest.
You'll have to fix it. So what, you provide shot glasses or what is this? I mean, these guys are going all out here. This is the top quality that we take. Where did you learn to do all of this stuff?
Ray likes providing the shot glasses. And I'll tell you what Ray does as well. Ray likes candles when the tenants come round, so it smells really nice and it feels homely. Don't you?
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing. I think it's a HMO is a bit old-fashioned to many people, what they see a HMO to be like. For me, if I lived in a HMO, I'd want it just to feel like my family home.
Yeah, and she loves lighting candles.
Yeah,
so
I always like candles, just in cause it's my big candle switch on.
Yeah.
Like Christmas every year in Leicester, yeah? So how far are we away from finishing this?
Couple of days?
No, I'd say less than
How
that.
many days with your own?
A day or two. We'll hopefully have it done today.
Yeah, it's just a few cleaning things need doing, a few fire door things need going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this guy was renting it. Well, he wasn't renting it.
No.
But he wanted to rent it, and there was still some things that are not to regulation.
Yeah, so there was no carbon monoxide alarm in here. Some of the self-closures was hanging off.
Yeah, and they still are, so they need screwing back before we let it out.
Yeah, the gas safety was actually in date. Fire panel and the emergency lighting's not been tested for 3 years.
Yeah, and that's a big mistake landlords make.
So look, guys, what's happening here? Not only are you making money, not only are you helping another guy out, but also bringing things up to standard is actually making sure that tenants are safe.
Yeah.
And it just goes to pose the question of how many tenants are living, because of that, I mean, they're not going to know, are they?
We've took on so many that are student properties that they've never had a gas safety. The EPCs was indeed because they last 10 years, but the fire safety, there was no self-closures, there was no thumb turns on the front and back door, there was nothing. And these landlords to us was like, we've already got the HMO licence and things like that, and they're just not bothered.
So the tenants don't know.
The tenants don't know. For us, I will go to sleep at night.
No.
So there's two things. There's doing things by the book, which is working, I'm licensable, and then there's actually common sense of is it safe?
Yeah.
Is a tenant safe in here?
If there's a fire and they've got to find a key to get out the back door or the front door, then
Insane.
Yeah.
This makes me think, I need to do that for my own house.
I know, I've thought about that because we always leave our key in our front door, and I think if there was a fire and the fire brigade need to come in, we've locked the key. No, but we put a key in and then the latch on. So things like that, if we kept the
What,
key
you mean that
upstairs, yeah.
That's not stopping anybody.
Well, I don't know, I always think about
That's not stopping a big fireman.
I think I'll struggle to stop like a 12-year-old kid.
To be fair, we haven't got our things on. Our fire smoke alarms, battery ran out, and Justin's just unplugged it.
Yeah, but I mean, I am planning on putting it back together.
I am.
So I can die at tenants.
Is that because you're doing this work?
Yeah, it's just we're just super busy. Our safety is not important, but
Well,
the
you have to
tenants.
put your mask on yourself first. That's what the whole game is, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
So what happens if something happens to your house and you're not here to provide good housing for everyone else? I'm gonna have to teach more people and more people to do it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, and that's why we provided the training videos. In case we die, you've still got the content to sell and help everyone.
Okay, well, that's good, man. That's good. So it's a good point that you made. The tenants don't even know. Or sometimes I think, being like we walked into, I've viewed a property before, and I've gone into some HMO rooms, and they're disgusting. But also I've been in there where like families have been in there, like small children crammed into one room, and it's just not acceptable. But it's only being allowed acceptable because either the landlord or the person or the situation is allowing that to happen, rather than lifting them up and being able to give them a suitable product to live in.
Yeah, we've got one house that we're taking on in February. That's a 6-bed. It's not got a licence, and there's 6 people living there, and then another adult and his son. And he's even been to the council himself and said, help me. And then sometimes they just don't want to know.
It's neglect because the landlord doesn't know. So he's a management company, and they're just not checking up. And it just seems like they're not bothered. But if that was my property and I was giving it to a management company, you want to be doing your due diligence and finding out that these guys are doing it by the book.
Yeah, I mean, people don't know what they don't know, and just what you said there. So you're picking them up in February.
Yeah.
So it's October now. So October, November, December, January, February. So it's 5 months ahead. And this is all the point we were talking about earlier. It's like, how are we actually going to run a bit successful business?
Yeah.
How are we going to get the right knowledge, the right training, the right coaching, the right mentoring, so we can do our due diligence and we actually figure out, well, now I know what I didn't know, so now I can do something about it.
Yeah.
Because that's a good pipeline. You're 5 months ahead, and it's more strategic planning.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. With our coaching, Claudine always says to us, keep your pipeline full, what's coming up? And it's easy for us to have reached our target that we wanted for the end of this year, but now start focusing on next year as well and get those properties ready. It's actually 2 we're having in February, isn't there?
Yeah, so we are going to have a look around. If you want to see it, put it in the comments if you want to see more around this property. But really what we're talking about here is how do you make that shift from that employee mentality or the kind of, I don't know what you are, a student when you're in school? Yeah. Because I like to consider myself a student. I'm always a student, I'm always learning, I'm always going on training, I'm always being coached, I'm always being mentored. But that's a different student because now I'm focused on stuff that actually allows me to better myself. But how do you make that shift from employee to entrepreneur to like business owner? Because employee kind of, it's not my job, it's not my responsibility. It's total, but that's what people are taught. So what it takes to be a real success is making that shift. Like actually, no, I'm responsible for people's lives. I'm responsible for the quality of the accommodation. I'm responsible if something goes wrong. And for some people, looking at it that way, it's too much for them.
Yeah, it is scary sometimes when you think about it, but if you do everything for the right reason and you're looking after people, then you should do it, don't you?
Yeah. Well, you got to run it as a business though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a difference. Some people, they go into property investment and they create themselves, a very tough, long hour,
That's those
hard-working
landlords that are
job.
contacting
Yeah,
us.
but also we was guilty of that. Before we joined real life, we was stressed out and we didn't have no time for ourselves, and we just went from a job, created a no job for ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's only been since joining that we've actually systemised it, and we've actually run it as a business where now it's really hands off, and we're on our current rent to rents that we've got, we can spend 15, 20 minutes a day working on them, sometimes not even that, and it's just totally hands off. So,
Awesome.